Hey everybody and welcome. So I wanted to um, show a recent commenter and most other people about something that some people don't understand of what research I've been doing and stuff. Because this guy just recently commented saying something about braking power in the front, go disc brake and blah blah blah, and then the wheel I have in the back or even for the front is not as great as like a high-end handmade one instead of a machine one, blah 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 blah. And well, I've been doing research on how wheels are actually quality liked, and that goes into how they are for double walled and their spoke gauge. And I have a spoke wrench right here that gives me the gauge of what nipple sizes they use for their spokes. Now, normally, basic Walmart bikes will use about 14 gauge spoke nipples. High-end bikes use 12, even for their e-bikes. Now, what size are my wheels? Well, my rear wheel is actually 13. And you can see here, I can check that by swiping my tool in here and wiggling this. And that says it's a 13 gauge nipple. Now, they also, in quality for their spokes, is what kind of spoke quality of mineral they use. Now, both my wheels, my front and rear, on the non-drive and the drive hub, use high carbon steel. These are stiffer than normal steel spokes. So that means they're not going to bend or wear out as fast because they're high carbon. Here is my stock hub motor. This came with the bike. Now let's see, what size is this? They're actually 12 gauge. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. That means this is not a crappy wheel. And that's double walled, and that's double walled. And this is double walled. This is actually better than even high-end bikes because it actually uses 11 gauge. Yeah, that's actually insane. So, are my wheels bad? No. And here's even to another fact of why my wheels aren't bad. I've had that rear wheel and this front wheel for over a year without having to retrue it. Yeah. And this bike's been riding most of the time either at about 75 pounds to 100 pounds of weight. And so if I just had to retrue my tire like a couple weeks ago, that means that tire, just the rear tire that I had to retrue, the front one's still fine. That means these tires, for this amount of weight that's on this bike, is literally the bomb. And this is not like some $1,000 wheel. This is only actually $150. Yeah, $150, and this is lasting like epic with that amount of weight. So, is it bad? No, it's not. These are actually great wheels. And I didn't have to pay a fortune for them. Like people think because it's handmade and blah 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 blah. No. It's all about bike quality parts. If you do your research, you can find some pretty dang cheap ones that are a competition to the same as a high-end bike wheel. Yes. So there you guys go. And like I told the commenter before about the front, I've done research, and I even talked about this on a few of my videos about how to brake. You normally use about 90% of your rear wheel and 10% of your front. Unless you're doing downhill, you really don't need disc brakes because you're not going to be holding on your brakes all that time. So there you go. And you don't need so much stopping power with disc brakes because you're never going to really use the full disc brake ability of stopping for your front wheel. So the back wheel, go for disc brakes if you want to because, okay, yeah, you normally be using that most of the time. But that, barely. So there you go. Peace out and be cool.